Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi with my good buddy Dado. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a very exciting video because we're going to be taking our $100,000 fully customized Lamborghini Ducati Panigale on its first ride. Don't forget, you can be entered to win this bike. Patreon.com/Campisi Customs is always the first link in the description below. You've only got a couple of episodes left, so if you want to be entered to win, get signed up now. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, so before we start this bad boy up, let you hear it, hop on it, and take it out, we're actually going to be grabbing my Lamborghini Street Fighter to ride alongside that because I'm still putting the break-in miles on this bike. We also just had our garage floors done. If you missed those videos, we've got a whole garage series of updating our garage. So this is what we're going to be taking out today alongside it. So we'll have Ducati's Lamborghini-inspired Street Fighter along with our Lamborghini-inspired Panigale. Also, Dado just made some pucks for me. So since these garage floors are so nice, we don't want to screw them up. And he made a couple of different pucks. This is one of them, the Campisi Customs established 2017, which is when we did our first build series, the 959. They're, what are they, acrylic, plastic? What is it?
They're 1/4 inch acrylic.
And then laser etched with that. I think he's actually gonna make me one that has a Street Fighter on it, and then one for the Diavolo, and then one for the Panigale as well. But this is how it looks right there, and if you just set it down, you can put it wherever you want, but there you go, and that will protect the floor, and they actually look super freaking cool. I've got one on my Lamborghini Diavolo as well. This is a little bit of a different design. If you guys are interested in getting pucks for your bikes, shoot Dado a message on Instagram, just @DadoMade, and I'm sure he could probably make these if there's enough interest, but right now we're testing them, see how they hold up. Yep. And we'll go from there.
We gotta try it in the grass and everything, but not
in the gravel. No, exactly. So
I think they'll be fine. I just think it's, you know, before I sell them, we gotta do
I think it's gonna be fine, as long as they're not scratching my floors, you know.
Oh, they're definitely scratching.
So we're gonna get the Lamborghini Street Fighter outside.
I'm so excited.
We're gonna warm these up, I know. I'm just always nervous because that's a irreplaceable Panigale out there, and I just don't want anything to happen. Dado drove it over from his house, which is less, you know, like 2 miles. He said he already noticed a couple of things. So, you know, we're gonna get out, we're gonna have some fun, but we are gonna be keeping our eye on what's going on with the bike, making sure everything is good. So it's probably gonna be a shorter ride today so that we can get back, look it all over and make sure that it's ready to go for the new owner and for the dyno, which will be coming later this week. So I'm super, super excited for this. It's the end of the build. We're gonna be doing the giveaway at Warhorse so people can come out and see us in person, choose the names and see the bikes and stuff like that. We're gonna bring all the bikes over. And it's just an exciting time, especially if we keep getting weather like this. Oh my gosh. All right, so since this one is warm, it is almost out of gas, so that's gonna be the first thing we do today. Let's start it up, just get a couple of revs, then we'll head to the gas station, get out for the ride. It's in street mode right now, but it shouldn't really make a difference. There's our new button set up too. Oh my God. That is so sick. A couple revs.
Like feel it in your chest.
It sounds a little bit better. You can start this up. We won't rev it yet since we can warm it up a little bit, but you'll hear the difference. This needs an exhaust desperately. But it has a drive clutch. What a difference. So I'm sure you guys heard the difference between the full titanium exhaust system with a flash and the stock system. It even has cylinder deactivation, so it sounds even worse when it's just started up in neutral. But yeah, that, even though it is the aftermarket, well, not aftermarket, it is the titanium version of the Akrapovic exhaust system, it still has all of the fun killers inside of it, we'll call them. So even just a slip-on would make this sound way better, which I think that's what I'm probably gonna do here in a little bit. But we're gonna get saddled up and we're gonna get this bad boy out on its maiden voyage. But let me know in the comment section below, which one would you take between our Lamborghini Panigale, which is full carbon fiber, and I'm gonna weigh these in our final video. I'm gonna weigh these back to back and let you see how different. I bet that one's 30 to 40 pounds lighter than this one. Or Ducati's Lamborghini Street Fighter. Let me know in the comment section below which one you like more, which one you would take. All right, folks, this is going to be Dado's first time ever riding a Ducati Street Fighter, and a Lamborghini version at that. I also told him, although I purchased that bike for $70,000, a few have sold in the US for $200,000. So be careful. This one we've got probably 100 grand into, and I bet you it could easily sell for 200K, but it is a giveaway bike, so we won't be selling it. I've had people reaching out trying to buy these bikes already, but they are not for sale, unfortunately. All right, it's hot, like super freaking hot. So we're gonna get this thing to the gas station, and we're gonna pray that it works. I don't need these, I don't think.
Dude, I love these mirrors.
Doesn't have any. That's why he's saying that. All right. Wow, man. First time riding the Lambo Panigale, baby. I've ridden a lot of crazy bikes in my day, but I don't think anything as crazy as this. Dado, you're right. I do notice the this whole like front thing just bouncing around a lot more than usual. The front fender, or the front, yeah, the front fairing. I guess that's a function of the carbon fiber, huh?
Yeah, because typically with those fairings, a lot of guys don't run any mirrors, and those mirrors stick straight out.
Oh, so that's putting a lot more strain and pressure?
That's the only explanation, because I checked and everything's tight.
So just coming to the first stop sign there, I noticed that the front brake definitely needs bled more. He said when he came over and the ABS kicked on, he thinks that some air came into the system. So what, you'll just need to bleed the front brakes again, Dado, and that should fix that?
Yeah, it's like probably 5-10 minutes and I'll have it squared away. The brake it feels good, but I engaged, like I said, the ABS, and as soon as I did that, I felt it a little bit, which is fine. It's normal. It's not gonna, the brakes aren't failing or anything.
No, the rear brake feels good. The clutch feels good. And I noticed, Dado, as soon as you get up out of like first gear, that this isn't rattling anymore.
Yeah, I told you, like, when I fired it up on my lift, it was shaking like everything in my shop, like the exhaust and everything, so I think that has a lot to do with it.
And it hasn't been started in a while. The fueling needs to sort itself out with the ECU. But that's the first time anyone has ridden that Lamborghini Street Fighter, bud.
Wow, really?
You're the first one, yeah. How's it feel?
It honestly feels phenomenal. I love bikes where, like, when you're looking, all you see is road.
Yeah,
I love it.
I know.
And people complain about, like, the wind. I honestly don't mind.
No,
I don't ride highway every day. That's something detrimental.
We try not to ride highway ever.
Yeah. But it feels phenomenal, man.
It looks so good, dude.
Well, to me, it actually feels torquier than I would anticipate. I don't know why.
They did change the fueling, or the tune. So it's the same engine as this bike, but tuned differently so that it has a little bit more, so that it has a little bit more grunt down low and stuff, because it's a Street Fighter, right? It's a street bike first, whereas this is a track bike first. But overall, so far, this thing feels really good, man. It doesn't feel quite as light as some of our other full carbon builds where we really focus on weight savings, you know? But it does feel still pretty damn light. I'd say low 400s if I had to guess. But everything feels good, man. This throttle feels so nice. You notice how that has throttle chop? Or throttle slop, I should say.
Yeah,
the play.
It does, the play, yep. And you notice that because when you let off the throttle and you get back on.
Your hand, yeah, exactly. I don't like that feeling.
I don't either.
We're gonna go right to the gas station.
I like this thing a lot, dude.
The Street Fighter? It's a more comfortable Panigale. That's literally what it is. It looks so freaking cool.
It feels really good when you're rolling on a throttle. That's my favorite. But as soon as you let off the throttle a little bit and then hit it again, it's very choppy.
Yeah, it needs a tune. The factory tunes aren't as good because of all the restrictions. But also, Dado, wait until you're able to hit some twisties with that. With that bar on there, you can really throw that bike around really easily in the twisties. Like I think it handles better than this.
Really?
Yeah, just because of how wide and high the bars are, it gives you a lot of leverage. That's really cool. The buttons.
Hey, wait, don't turn it off yet. Look at the reflection.
What reflection?
In the door, the two lights.
Oh yeah, that's badass. All right, we're gassed up. We're good to go. I told Dado, these bikes
put together are probably the 2 most expensive Ducatis in the country right now. Probably like 400K worth of bikes right here. So we got to be really, really careful, especially because we're testing this out. That one had an oil leak, and it's brand new. So we got to be really, really careful riding these bikes. But we're going to try to have a little bit of fun at the same time. How's this bike look on the road, Dado?
Insane. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. I'm serious. That's not like exaggerating. It's an insane looking bike. When the sun hits it, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah. It definitely looks like it belongs in like a fucking Lamborghini museum or something.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, we built it to be functional. So, you know, it's fully street legal. It's super light. Dado's gone over this thing a million times. He's going to continue to do so to make sure it's just like in pristine condition. It's got mirrors, it's got lights, fully functional, and it feels really good. Even in street mode, it's easy to ride on the street. Like I said, they've been continuing to make these Panigales more rideable, which I appreciate because a lot of them spend their lives on the street. But I will say, out of all the bikes we've done, Dado, and all these super expensive, crazy carbon builds and whatever, this one, it has me the most nervous to ride.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's everything that we've ever done and more, you know. So the paint scheme is one of a kind, you know, like all the components and parts. Like, I don't know, like if you wrecked this or screwed it up or even scratched the paint, you know, it's like it's irreplaceable. It's a true one of one, you know. This is, I think, the pinnacle of everything that we've done. It has kind of all culminated in this bike, you know, if you really think about it. And to be honest, we're not going to do something at this caliber probably for a little while. Just because of the sheer expense of this build, and you know, the support hasn't been there, which I don't think is because people haven't enjoyed it. I think that's more of a function of the economy right now. But yeah, this is probably going to be like one of the best bikes we've done for a while, I would say, you know.
It's by far my favorite, and it was tough for me to decide on that, you know, during the build, even though I knew what the vision was.
Yeah.
Even seeing the renderings and stuff, but in person, when the bike is complete and finished, and like you're looking at it and listening to it and riding it, nothing that we've done in the past has topped it. And that's the hardest thing, I think, for us to do during these build series is top the last build or a previous build. You know, it's so hard to do.
And it's not, honestly, it's not something I even really think about. I'm not thinking, how can I top the last build? I'm just like, oh, what would be cool to do next? You know what I mean?
Yeah, something a little different.
Yeah. This feels really good, Dado.
Good.
It feels really good. And honestly, the heat isn't even that bad, which is why I like it in street mode. I've noticed there's considerably less heat on this bike in street mode than in sport and race, which is really nice, because if you're just doing putting around stuff like this, you're not getting burnt at all. You know what's crazy, Dado? You won't really feel any heat on that bike.
At all, yeah.
And it's the same engine, same everything, you know?
Well, look at how many less fairings there are.
Yeah, just allowing that heat to dissipate.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I slammed into my deer in my R8. Or I guess the deer slammed into me, technically.
Yeah, it was like down here, right?
It was right there, yep. Jumped into my car. He loved the R8 so much, he just wanted to join me. God, this thing feels good, Dada. Oh, man. Everything just feels so tight and, like, dialed. It's crazy, like, after you do a build and you put the bike together and we put all the parts and everything, you know, and then I go ride, like, a stock bike, I always hate them. They feel so, like, I don't know what, like vanilla, you know?
It's hilarious.
Not that one, obviously, but...
Right. I rode that, and then I'm like, damn, like, I feel like a peasant riding anything else.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like there's nothing so far that I can complain about or something I don't like about the bike, you know?
Are you talking about the Street Fighter or the Panigale?
Both.
Yeah.
But the Panigale is just like next level shit. I mean, not just the choice of, you know, and the design of the colors and graphics and all that stuff, but also the finish.
Yeah.
You know, it's really high end, very, like, you know, all the clear coat and all the attention to detail. That makes a premium bike really, like, stand out.
Yeah, it's hand built. Like, this bike feels hand built.
Hey, don't you just love grass in the middle of the road?
Isn't that illegal?
Very. I mean, you're responsible if you cause an accident.
Good old Pennsylvania, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But this is October, dude, and it's 80 degrees.
I would ride all
thought,
day.
Yeah, I would have never thought, dude. It's crazy.
Welcome to October in Pennsylvania.
This is awesome, man.
It'll be snowing tomorrow.
You know what's crazy? Probably. But when people were talking about these two bikes and stuff, I just want to let you guys know that this bike, the Panigale that we built, has carbon wheels. That bike does not. Now, it has really cool forged Lamborghini-inspired wheels, but they're 10 pounds heavier than the wheels on this bike. This Lamborghini Panigale has a full carbon fiber subframe. That does not. That saved about 13 pounds off of this bike. This bike has a full carbon fiber gas tank. The Lamborghini Street Fighter does not. And then it goes on and on and on. Obviously, this has a full titanium exhaust that was almost $10,000. That does not. So, like, when that sells for 200 grand, and I say that this could sell for 200 grand, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, this really is above and beyond. And obviously, they can't do all that stuff on a street bike. They can't ship it with that exhaust and things like that. They're limited by restrictions and legality that we aren't. And that's why I say sometimes I think our build actually does go above and beyond some of Ducati's, you know, custom limited edition builds, until we at least get our hands on them, you know what I mean? But that's what we've always tried to do with these builds, is we've tried to build the best, some of the best bikes in the world, you know, in central Pennsylvania, which is really cool, in Dado's garage, and I just think that's so awesome. And we could never do this stuff without you guys. You guys have changed our lives, and man, we're just so thankful and so grateful, because I never could have dreamed of riding bikes like this or owning bikes like this, and I'm sure Dado feels the same way. So it's been a hell of a journey, man, and we can't thank you guys enough. I'm so scared to twist the throttle on this bike.
Why?
Just because the whole thing's been in pieces for so long.
Oh my God. Just go up and ahead of me so I can at least watch it a little bit.
Your turn signal's on.
I know.
This thing feels great, Dado.
Dude, it looks great. It felt great to me. Like I said, the front brake, I'll take care of that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've noticed.
Yeah, other than that, dude, literally nitpicking, just the mirror swapping around, but I don't think there's anything we can do about that.
No, I don't think there is either. But they don't, like I said, once you're at speed, they're fine. They work totally fine.
Uh-huh.
They're not flopping.
It gets rid of that vibration.
Yeah. But, I mean, this is a race bike, so it's gonna happen, right?
I really like the Street Fighter, man.
I know, I knew you would, man. How does that compare to the Diablo for you?
The Diablo is definitely more comfortable.
Yes.
But this thing, literally, it feels like it has all the torque down low, but not the weight. The Diablo does feel heavier.
Yes, absolutely. It's like 100 pounds heavier, I think.
But I think the Diablo will be awesome on longer trips, and this is just like a fun, rowdy bike for back roads,
yes,
you know?
It is.
I mean, not saying you can't go on long trips with this, but...
Well, I would say the only place that bike doesn't really feel good is on the highway. For long periods of time. When I picked up the first Street Fighter build we did out in Cali, I rode it home from LA, and it was about 2 hours on the highway. See, dude, do you feel the how easy that thing is back and forth?
What's that?
Do you feel the back and forth of that bike?
Oh yeah, it's
with the
super
handlebars?
easy.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They're working on a racetrack? Come on, man.
Yeah, this is our racetrack. That's what we call it. Actually, I spend a lot of time on you know, the bikes that I work on. I spend a lot of time on wrenching on bikes down here. And not wrenching on bikes, but test riding them on these roads, because there's a lot of nice twisties and you don't have a lot of traffic, so it makes for a very interesting ride, and I don't have to worry about, you know, sitting in rush hour traffic or hitting red lights. But
usually there's never anyone even here.
I know,
it's like
weird.
The most cars I've ever seen back here.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It does. It really does.
Hold on, let me use my mirror.
That's all I ever do. I never turn these things on.
Wow, this is very light and nimble.
That's what I told you, man. Those handlebars in the seat position, I think it's easier to flick around and rip around on, like, I think on canyon roads and shit, you could beat sport bikes with that bike, personally. Just because of the...
And it's very light.
The leverage, yeah, and just See how these brakes feel. Yeah, dude, these brakes are all right. I think they just need one more bleeding and they'll be good. This exhaust is so good. Like that bike, the Street Fighter would be so much more fun if it just had a slip-on.
You know what I would actually love to hear on this? An SD Project.
What'd you say?
I would love to hear an SD Project exhaust on this.
Yeah, I've seen people put them on their bikes and apparently they're way too loud. It's like ridiculous.
Shut up, bitch.
You know me, I'm normally the louder the better.
I know.
But they're...
Oh, this is cool, whatever they're doing here.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, squirrel.
Squirrel. You look good on that bike, man.
I love this thing. I feel like between this and the Diablo, there are two bikes that I fit the most, you know?
That's why I have those two.
The Monster was a very fun bike to ride, but it just wasn't, like, when I compare it to this...
It felt a little more cramped.
Yeah.
You know?
And it doesn't, I mean...
It doesn't have the performance either.
That was a rowdy-ass bike, and it sounded really good. But something about the Street Fighter and the Diablo, as far as comfort and, like, how, like, nimble they are, it's crazy to me.
I told you, they're, I think, my two favorite bikes of all time. The Diablo 1260 and the Street Fighter V4.
This Street Fighter, to me, feels like it has a lot more torque than the Diablo for some reason.
Well, you think about it, it has a lot more power. The Diablo's 160 horsepower. That one is 209.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that you're going to feel more torque. It's probably similar torque. I think the Diablo still has more torque.
Mm-hmm.
But that one obviously has so much more power, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, we would have. This is like the worst day of riding ever. Stuck behind school vans and now school buses.
At least there's nobody in front of us.
Say hi to YouTube, ladies. This girl's carrying a whole closet home.
All wardrobe.
We're just sitting on two bikes worth more than their house. Couple of assholes.
Yeah, that's insane.
I know. I told you, that's why I don't even like to ride these things around. I just feel like a dick.
Hey, Dotto, you want to take two bikes worth almost $500,000?
I know. Dude, I like get nervous to ride these for that reason.
I love this bike, man.
I knew you would. Especially when you were able to open it up a little bit. Because that bike, the Diablo, you can have a lot of fun at low speeds. The Street Fighter needs a little bit more, you know? It's in between the Panigale and the Diablo.
Uh-huh.
But you need to be able to ring it out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm only like 6,500 right now.
Yeah, that thing lives higher RPMs. You want to be at 10,000, you know?
Dude, this red line's at 15 grand.
I know, but it is still, that's still breaking in, so...
No, I'm just saying that's insane.
Yeah, I know. It's the same as this one, 15 and a half? Is that what it says?
15,000.
Yeah, this one's 15 and a half.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah,
and it gets there very fast.
It's pretty crazy, dude, to think about.
That was only like 8 grand.
This bike feels good, Dotto.
That's very good to hear. Go in front of me once so I can look at it some more.
The rear sets, like everything.
It felt very solid to me when I was riding it.
That's a good way of putting it.
The only, yeah, like a well-built machine, like driving like a brand new, like German engineered vehicle. Like Germans know how to fucking build a car and a bike, you know?
Oh, it feels good, dude. The crispy downshifts, fuck. It just makes me wish that my Street Fighter had an exhaust on it, you know? Whoa, what the fuck are these things?
Huh?
Big ass fruit in the road.
It sounds amazing.
I love this exhaust. This is what it's all about right here. What a day. Hey, we need to get you on this bike, dude.
How is it so beautiful out?
I don't know, it's incredible. It is gorgeous. I say we find a place to pull over and get you on this bike.
I already got you, man. There's a church up here, so...
Oh, we got our obligatory church pullover.
Yeah, why do we always turn around at churches?
I don't know. These bikes are so high, dude. I'm coming in hot, close to you. Actually, I'm gonna back it up. Oh man, I'm so happy. This bike feels great, dude.
Should have put on my stilettos.
Are you leaving it on or turn it off?
I'll turn it off.
All right. Now the kickstand has a nice little thing on it. Look at that.
I did not realize how late it was in the day.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're getting all this traffic. Bike feels good, dude. Bike feels real good.
Looks good, sounds good. We never checked for fuel leaks.
I was gonna say, is anything leaking?
Nope.
Good.
It smells like a typical burning Ducati. We're good.
It does.
It does. It has that weird burning smell.
I don't know why it always does. Yeah.
I think a lot of it's like the packing and the exhaust and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be. I don't know why. I mean, maybe like some of the engine components that are plasticky.
The sparkle in this paint is incredible. All right. Dodge's hopping on the Panigale. I'm getting back on my Street Fighter, which I absolutely love. Oh, I guess I gotta turn the key first.
Look at my legs.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. Oh, I love this bike. That's in street mode. You probably want to put it in sport.
Hey, can I put in something more exciting?
Yeah, I was gonna say, put it in whatever you want. I was just scared, dude. It's the first ride on it.
Yeah, definitely gonna put it in race mode.
Oh my God.
What?
Do whatever you want, dude. As long as you built it, so. All right, you ready?
Well, you built it.
Dude, it's such a different riding position. Oh, now my gas light's on.
That's wonderful.
Unbelievable. This Street Fighter eats gas, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonder why.
I don't know. I mean, I guess the Panigale does too. This feels so weird now. Like I'm so upright.
Dude, this bike.
Yeah, let me see you on that thing. My God, dude. I don't know.
How's it look?
That thing is disgusting. That is such a beautiful bike, man. Good Lord. I don't know. I think I would take that over almost anything.
I think I have to agree.
Yeah.
The race mode feels really good.
The what?
The race mode feels really good.
Dude, the brakes on this, holy shit. Oh my God. That was the loudest pop from the exhaust. Holy shit, dude.
I heard the pop through your headset.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
All right, once we get to a straightaway, I just want to go by you just a little bit.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Little flyby.
Oh God, another fucking bike. Yeah.
Let's make sure this.
Yeah, just go ahead of me a little bit. Is that another fucking pop?
No.
Oh my God, it is.
Nuh-uh.
I swear to God, it had lights in it.
Jesus. All right, real quick.
All right, go up. All right, I'm coming.
Holy shit.
How was that?
Surprisingly not as loud as I thought it would be. I think you needed to stay on it, you know?
Oh. Well, I wanted to pop next to you.
Yeah, I didn't. I just heard...
All right, I'll stay in it next straightaway. I'll do it one more time and then I can chill.
Hey, explain to me why my gas light went off now.
Oh, it'll do that for a little bit until it gets down lower.
Okay.
All right, go up a little bit. I'll blow past you, then that'll be it for the rowdiness. Are you filming?
Yeah, I am. Let me pull my helmet up too. Okay. There we go. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was much better.
Oh, I love this thing.
Yeah, it's nasty, dude. It's such a good bike. Speaking of which, I love how comfortable this bike is. Street Fighter is so nice for the road.
I'll tell you what, being on back road twisties on a bike this caliber makes me not want to take any turns at all, even upright.
Yeah. I know. All it takes is some grass on the road.
Or an animal jumping out or something.
Yeah, and you're having a bad day.
I love it.
The Street Fighter is so easy to ride, dude.
Listen to this thing, dude. It's so angry.
I love that exhaust. That bike is disgusting.
And remember, the exhaust is going to burn in some, so it'll get a little
Even louder. Yeah, that's my favorite bike of all time. I think that's it.
We're going to turn right here. Not
Okay.
here, but like down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It's a little bit further up yet.
Okay.
I don't ride this road as much as I do the other one.
So what do you think? It feels good?
It feels phenomenal. Once I bleed that front brake, we'll be set and golden. Then we can ride it a little bit, take it to the dyno,
Yes.
see what kind of power it makes.
Yep.
And
Make sure it's ready for the new owner.
dude, then it's the giveaway time.
Oh man, look at that thing. I'm gonna miss that bike, dude.
I know, I actually want to ride it a little bit. Sometimes we'll do a series where everything's so exciting and before you know it, the bike's gone.
Yeah, and that thing's been sitting in the garage for a lot of months.
Wow, man.
So much fun, dude.
The shifting, like, I don't know if it's because I'm in race mode, but the bike feels much better than when I rode it from my house. Plus, you gotta think, we need to put some miles on it for the tune and everything.
Yeah, I actually noticed that shifting feels a lot better than this one. It feels really tight and precise.
I'm sorry, I just have a hard time like not doing that. It's so exciting.
Holy shit! Dude, that's loud.
Oh, it reminds me of the Diablo. Which
Yeah,
is
it does. Yeah, my Diablo does that too.
Your Diablo's like a very deep pop. This thing is like really high pitched.
Dude, that thing is nasty.
I know, I love it.
I like felt that.
What's that?
I felt it when it fucking popped like that.
I like, how far are you behind me? I can't see shit.
I don't know, 20 feet.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah. This Street Fighter is so easy to ride. Like, you just rip around these turns. You don't even have to move off your seat.
The thing with that bike, even like a new rider can just get on and ride it, and it just like it does everything for you.
Yeah, it feels phenomenal. All right, so we're heading back home. We cut the ride a little short because I need gas in the Street Fighter. I should have filled it up when we were there. But what do you think, Dotto, about the bike?
Both bikes are. I mean, I was really impressed with the Street Fighter, and I get it. It's a little bit of a higher model, but what a way to pop my Street Fighter cherry than to ride the Lambo.
I know.
This bike is just, I have no words, man. It's very impressive. I don't know if you got it on camera earlier, but every time I would shift at like maybe like when the RPMs were like up close to like 9 or 10,000 RPMs, it pops so freaking loud.
It sounds amazing.
It feels like I'm launching even harder when I shift.
Yeah.
And this thing has a lot of freaking power, and everything feels phenomenal, and it looks great. I'm so ecstatic about the build. Like,
yeah, me too.
It's like you said, we've never done anything this caliber, and I don't know, I'm gonna miss this damn thing. So I'm really hoping to get some seat time on this bike before the giveaway.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just to make sure it works. Let's get back home and look it all over and make sure the bike's...
Watch this.
Yeah, I will.
Hey,
We'll get
bud.
back home. I think he's about to blow that right back on. We'll look the bike over and make sure everything's good to go. All right, we're back home, safe and sound. Got a nice little ride in. It's never quite long enough, but we got videos to film, so doing my best here. Oh, we got shade.
That's fucking shady.
Park them in the shade. God, these bikes are so dope together. They get quite a good amount of looks out on the road. You having trouble finding a kickstand there, bud?
I'm really short.
Just letting it blast right into my face. That's the one thing with this exhaust. When you're behind it, it's just blasting fumes into your face.
Good.
All right, back safe and sound. Everything with the bike seems good. We looked it over. We didn't see any leaks or anything like that. So that's all really, really good. Like I said, this is always the most exciting and the scariest part for me. I get really nervous doing a first ride on these bikes when you see them in pieces for so long. The only thing that needs done is Dotto's just gonna bleed the front brake, and literally the bike seems to be perfect. which makes me really happy. We're gonna take it to the dyno next, see how much power it makes over at Warhorse of Camp Hill, and then we'll do the final weight and walk around and talk about the cost of the build and all of that. But yeah, absolutely stunning bike, and I'm very, very happy. Don't forget, guys, you can still be entered to win this bike. There's a couple episodes left. Patreon.com/Campisi Customs is always the first link in the description below. I'd also love to hear which one of these bikes you would take, so let us know in the comment section below. Would you take our custom Lamborghini Ducati Panigale, or would you take the Lamborghini Street Fighter built by Ducati and Lamborghini? Obviously, we draw all of our inspiration, well, a lot of our inspiration from what Ducati does. So, you know, we wouldn't be doing these types of builds if it wasn't for them and their cool projects. So I'm not taking anything away from Ducati, but I'm really happy with this build, man. It is so gorgeous and just cool to see it like off the lift, you know, out of the garage, out in the real world. When Dado rode up here today, I was just like, oh my gosh, like it's just a breathtaking bike. It's crazy. So, which one would you take, teens?
That one.
The blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dado?
I love
Yep.
blue.
Blue one?
Oh,
Yeah, I'd take the Panigale as well. Although I do love my Lamborghini Street Fighter as well.
Like, you can't,
Yeah, there's not there's 630 of those. There's one of these. So, yeah, there you go. So that's it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a big old juicy thumbs up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.